thank you. First off, I'd like to thank God for everything that He's done for me. Growing up in a Christian-based family, it's helped me a lot tremendously in my life. I would also like to thank my family, most importantly, my mom and dad. They've been the best role models in my life, and without them, I wouldn't be sitting here at all today. Also, I'd like to thank all the coaches that have helped me become a better young man on and off the field. And I'd also like to thank the community of Findlay for always being behind my teammates and I's back this past 3 years. With that being said, I would like to commit to Ohio State. To be honest with you, the deciding factor was definitely, it was an hour and 30 minutes away. I could come back and watch my siblings play, and I just felt like every time I'd go back there, that's where I wanted to be. So it was definitely time for me to commit and make this official. Yes, sir. I really wanted to come back and watch my younger siblings. I have 3 younger siblings, so being able to just have the opportunity to come back an hour and 15, hour 30 minutes away definitely helped. It was so close, to be honest with you, but I would go into other visits asking myself, how does this compare to Ohio State? And every single time I came back, I still wanted to go there, so that's also what had me here today, to be honest with you. Definitely a lot. I talk to him every day. He's talked to me every day. He was really nervous when I called him the morning I wanted to commit. He didn't know whether I was going to commit or tell him I was going to another school. And once I told him, he was screaming on the phone and really excited. And yeah. They're going to mean player. I'm here right out of the gate. I'm going to try to come in there and at any of the 5 positions on the O-line. I want to start, obviously. That's a big goal of mine. Even freshman year, I know it's super hard at these type of schools, Power 5 schools, but I know it's fairly possible. I'm going to be a leader and super energetic, obviously. Yeah, a role model for sure. I always want to be here for the community and obviously those younger kids who have aspirations of playing at the next level. They've taught me a lot. I've only played football. I started in 7th grade. To be honest with you, I had a pretty hard talk with my dad after 7th grade. I wasn't very sure if I wanted to play anymore, but he wanted me to stick with it and keep working. And time flies, and it really does. And it's already my senior year. I feel like that was yesterday. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Jeremy. Good. Go.
All right, congratulations.
Excited. Yeah, love you too.
At this time, if there's any on-site media, that would like to ask any questions.
No.
What did it come down
like the school-wise, or just what? Michigan, Clemson, Ohio State. So now I should be saying the team up north now. I got to get used to that. So those three, it was a super tough decision, and calling those other coaches, like I said, it was really hard. But I know they respect that, and I want to coach someday after I'm done playing. So having all those connections and keeping them throughout my 4 or 5 years of college will help me in the long run.
What sold you the most on Ohio State?
Yeah, man, that's a hard question. Not really. Columbus, it's a great city. I was born there, lived there for about 10 months of my life, and moved here to Findlay. So I've always been an Ohio kid. I grew up an Ohio State Buckeye fan, and just being able to play, just an Ohio kid being able to play for his home team is pretty amazing. So.
The attention, of course, is nice, but are you glad to have this over?
Yeah, I'm super glad to have this over. I plan on going into my senior year having fun with all my teammates and hopefully winning states.
Ohio State made some coaching changes from last year to this year. I mean, how much did they have to get you familiar with these new coaches? Did they have to kind of start over in some ways?
They did a really good job with that. Coach, when I was introduced to Coach Fry, he had still been in LA, and he had actually flown down the day after that and came to our basketball game. And then about a week or two later, I've been in contact with him pretty much every single day since he became the Ohio State O-line coach. When I went to Ohio State with my parents, we sat down with him for about 2.5 hours just breaking down film, and that was pretty spectacular because he had been in LA like 4 days prior, and for him to have my film broken down, and then on top of that show me different technique stuff on the offensive line, and then show me different ways to contribute more. It was pretty amazing. So that game, that was a wow moment for sure. And our personalities are pretty matchy, I'd say.
Now that your recruitment is over, does that mean you start recruiting the rest of 2023?
I started recruiting the rest of 100%. And this little guy right here. Yeah, I'd like to play tackle, but I'm open to any of those positions for sure. Whatever gets me on the field fastest. Yeah, he sees me as a swing tackle. I'll basically start out on the outside, see how I do there, and if that doesn't go as well, I'll go inside. But I'm pretty positive I can play tackle, so I'll be excited to start out there and see how he likes it.
Specifically, what day?
Wait, sorry, what'd you say? Man, 2 weeks ago, I'd say, I came into my parents' office or my parents' bedroom, and I was like, I think it's time for me to wrap this up. And they said, they looked at me and they said, we thought you would have said this 3 weeks prior to it. And then I was like, yeah, I really do think it's time. What really hit me is Coach Day. He wanted me to be one of the recruiters to get this class rolling, and I really truly believe we will be the number one class by the end of the day. And then I also thought to myself, school-wise, where would I want to be at if all these coaches had left? Because at the end of the day, coaches leave left and right, and I felt like Ohio State was the place I'd be at and be fine with any other coach being there as well if anyone was to leave.
You gave the Ohio State hat to Ryan. What does he mean to you? What does he mean for the Findlay athletic community?
He means everything. He's an inspiration to all of us. I always love seeing him here. He comes in to the locker room like 45 minutes before our games, and we're talking the whole time. And I think he knew I was going to go to Ohio State, but he'll be making a trip there, obviously, when I'm there as well, and we'll definitely make that happen. So he's awesome. He's one of my best friends for sure.
Thank you, mentioned how important culture was to you in this decision. What about the Ohio State culture have you been exposed to early on, and what do you expect?
One thing that's different than other schools is just the players there already. They felt really welcoming when I come to campus. And obviously, my dad played at Miami, Ohio, and some of his teammates' sons are also on the team. And I just know the 22 class very well. I know the quarterback. I mean, I know a lot of kids, but most of them I know on the offensive line, and that is Paris Johnson, who really took me in under his wing and just showed me around and showed me what the Buckeyes are like. It's a great question. I know my mom talks to his mom a lot, and I'm assuming Miss Monica knew. I'm assuming Paris knew as well, but now they know for sure. So.
You're going to graduate earlier?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'll be done December 22nd next year, and then heading to campus on the 8th, I believe, January 8th.
Did your mom keep the receipts for these other 4 hats?
It's funny. We have Ryan right here, so he might use these, and then yeah. And Paris actually just texted me, so.
Okay. Well, thank you, Luke, and congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you.
You'll be a Buckeye. You'll always be a Trojan. So thank you. We're all proud of you. Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate it. Have a safe 4-day weekend, and go Bucks. Go Bucks, man. Thank you all for tuning in.
Everything we did is good.